guys, so I hope you're well and having an awesome day today. So for today's video I thought I would share with you guys some of my tips and tricks for Disneyland Paris. So I want to start this video off by just saying I am in no way an expert on Disneyland Paris. These are just some of the tips and tricks that I've picked up from kind of going the last couple of 9-ish months, I think now roughly, from getting my annual pass back in January. So I thought I would share them with you guys, and here we go. So I've just jotted them down on my phone and we will just make our way through the list. So starting off, I definitely always recommend using your extra magic hours. So if you get extra magic hours, you can either get them through 1, your annual pass, or 2, your Disneyland hotel. These are just 2 extra hours in the morning that you can go into the parks before all the other guests can, who don't have an annual pass or are not staying at a Disneyland resort or hotel. And basically they're just 2 extra hours in the morning where there are a few different rides open. Not all the rides are open, and there are a few different characters out for meet and greets. Now these characters are usually just kind of your classic Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, Pluto and Chip and Dale. So it's good to kind of get in the morning, use your extra magic hours. That way you've got 2 hours before everybody else. The park's a little bit quieter, things are easier to get on, character queues are so short, and it's just good to get that kind of stuff out of the way with your extra magic hours. And then as soon as the rest of the park opens, you've done that stuff. You don't have to worry about queuing for it. So I definitely recommend using them if you do get them. So next up is fast passes. I don't use fast passes a lot. I've used them in the past. I know that a lot of people like to use fast passes. They're of course just little time slots that you're allocated to go back to a ride and join a shorter queue, so you're spending less time queuing for that ride. These are definitely good for your rides like Ratatouille, Tower of Terror, which can get quite busy. Space Mountain I think has a fast pass queue. It was good for obviously Princess Pavilion-ish, and just different rides that definitely have the longest wait times, and they're good in summer as well, I suppose, so you can kind of cut down your queue times. But like I said, I don't tend to use them. I think they're a great idea. I probably should use them more, but it's just not something I really use. So next up is probably snacks and drinks. I always tend to have a bottle of water or juice in my bag when I go into the parks. They do have like water fountains that you can fill up your water bottle with, which is always a good idea. And definitely I think carrying snacks is such a good idea during the day, for just throughout the day, so you can just have a snack rather than going and having big meals if you're not really into that. Or just if you get peckish throughout the day and you don't really want to buy like a big bag of crisps or a muffin or anything like that. I think cereal bars are the best thing to carry about with you. I definitely do when I'm in the parks, and it's just something I kind of recommend to people because some people like to and some people don't. It's up to you, personal preference. Annual pass discounts. This is for all you annual passes out there. I always forget about my discount. You get discounts in shops and restaurants and I always forget about it. I always like have my friends there who are annual passes, so they'll always remind me. But it's just one of those things, you just got to remember to use it because it's so good. It's great to get that little bit of discount off. And yeah, I definitely recommend it. If you have an annual pass, definitely make use of your discount. So next up is advanced dining reservations, or otherwise known as ADRs. A lot of stuff gets abbreviated in Disney, so it is kind of hard to keep up with that. But ADRs are advanced dining reservations. They are basically what it says, advanced reservations for your dining. This is good if you're going to places like Conventions, Cafe Mickey, Bistro Chez Remy, Blue Lagoon. I went to say Blue Bayou there and I don't know why. Blue Lagoon, and other places like this that are super busy, and it's just good. I think it's 60 days in advance. I think it's 60. If I'm wrong, I'll put it in the description box below, but I'm sure it's 60 days in advance before your trip that you can make an advanced dining reservation. You can phone up. I'll also leave link to this below. You have to phone with Disneyland Paris. It's a bit annoying that you can't do it online. They should sort that out, I'm just saying. And you can just do that all online, and then you'll be able to just show up on the day and you will get seated because you've booked in advance, which is very helpful, rather than showing up and not getting a seat and not being able to eat at a place you've wanted to eat on your holiday. So it is good to make advance reservations. Another tip I definitely recommend to people is when you're in the parks, be ready. And by that I mean when you're going to meet a character, or when you're in the queue for a ride and you know that the ride, like, it's going to do upside down turns or something like that, or if you might get wet, be ready for it. If you're going to meet a character, I always definitely have my camera ready or my phone ready. I make sure everything that I don't want in the picture is put to the side. If I'm going on a ride, I make sure everything is either stuffed into a pocket or stuffed into my bag so that I don't lose it. Just be prepared, be ready. Programs are basically your program for Disney, your program for the day. Programs can be picked up in different languages at the kind of just the entrance to Disneyland Paris. So just as you go in the gates, there will be boxes, and it'll have like little flags to tell you which language these programs will be in. They do like English, French, Spanish. I don't know what other languages they do actually, sorry. And these are really, really great to have on you. These are your park maps. These are your programs for the parades, what other parades they're on, whether you're at Halloween or whether you're celebrating Swing into Spring. All your parade times will be on it. There are also character meet and greet times, what times you can go meet characters and where they will be. So that is a really, really great thing to pick up, especially if it's your first time there. And in relation to that, you can also download the Disneyland app, which I have showed you guys before in one of my last videos, my What's in My Park bag. I've showed you guys that app there, and yeah, that's a great app to have. It's basically like having a program on your phone. So shuttle buses. Shuttle buses are official Disney buses that run from just kind of the middle of the Disney Village and the train station. It is a train station. Yeah, the train station, and they are basically Disney shuttle buses that take you from the hotels, the off-site and the on-site hotels, to the Disney parks. They're a great use of transportation. I know that the Disney parks, a lot of people just tend to walk to those because they're in close vicinity, but obviously if you want to take the bus, that's totally fine. These are great for your kind of off-site sister hotels, kind of like your Magic Circus, your Kiriad, your B&B, like those kind of hotels. It's really, really good. The transfer pretty much runs all day. It does get a bit hectic and a bit busy at night time, so I would definitely just watch that. So you might be waiting a while on your bus back to your hotel, but they're super good and they're free to use. They're free shuttle buses, so definitely make use of them. Another thing is definitely footwear. A lot of people ask me what kind of footwear I wear in the parks. This is a really odd question, but I kind of understand why a lot of people ask it. You're walking about so much. Like, me and my friends sometimes calculated that we were in the parks for like 15, 16 hours a day. That's a lot of walking. Sometimes you're stood still, sometimes you're sitting down, but really you're walking a lot of that day. So proper footwear. Do not wear something ridiculous if it's going to hurt your feet. Wear something comfortable. Fortunately for me, I've been wearing Vans and Converse my entire life. Those shoes are comfortable for me to walk about the parks, and they're cute, so I get the double bonus. But yeah, definitely wear something comfortable on your feet, and wear something comfortable clothing wise as well. But just make sure you're comfortable and weather prepared, of course, too. You don't want to show up in a summer dress and get totally rained on, so definitely check the weather for the time of year that you're going to Disneyland Paris, and definitely be prepared for that as well. So that is it for me, you guys. If you guys have any tips or tricks for Disneyland Paris that you think I've left out, please leave them in the comments below so everybody else can have a read. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new to my channel, please make sure to subscribe. I put out new videos every Friday, and I will see you real soon.